The very first stop of any foreign tourist in Hanoi is always Văn Miếu Quốc Tử Giám, or Temple of Literature, which reveals the Hanoian spirit of study in the past. It is on top of the historical and beautiful sightseeing of the beautiful capital of Vietnam. Please follow us in a brief tour of exploring its beauty and deep values. The Great Gate is linked to three pathways that run the length of the complex. The Central Park was reserved for a monarch. The one to its left is the administrative mandarins, and the one to its right is for military mandarins. The temple was first constructed in the 1070s under King Lý Nhân Tông, located to the south of Thăng Long Citadel. It is the most prominent and famous one among all temples of literature that can be found throughout Vietnam. The interior of the site is divided into 5 courtyards. The first courtyard extends from the great portico to the Great Middle Age. It is flanked by 2 smaller gates, alternating to Đại Tài and accomplished feature Thần Đức. The second courtyard is notable for the constellation of literature pavilion, a unique architectural work built in 1805, a symbol of Hanoi today. The pavilion is built of 4 whitewashed stone steels, and at the top of it is a red-colored pavilion with 4 circular windows and an elaborate roof. To the side of the constellation of literature pavilions are the crystallization of Letters Gate and the magnificence of Letter Gate, which praise the beauty of the content and form of literature. The first and second courtyards are quiet areas with Asian tree and trim lawn, where scholars could relax away from the bustle outside of the world beyond the thick stone wall. The entrance to the third courtyard is through the dominating constellation of literature, a large pavilion built in 1802. On either side of the Well of Heaven Clarity stands 2 great halls which house the true treasures of the temple. 82 doctors stellary symmetrically lined up on the 2 sides of the tank. Leading to the fourth courtyard is the great synthesized gate, flanked by 2 smaller gates, golden sounds and loud vibration.
There are 82 preserved stelae of Dr. Laureate, which record the names and native place of 1307 graduates for 82 triennial royal exams. 81 exams were held by the Lê dynasty and 1 by the Mạc dynasty. The stelae were first set up in 1484 under King Lê Thánh Tông to honor talent and encourage present and future generations to study. The stelae, erected soon after the exams or some years later, are carved of blue stone of different sizes and engraved with elaborate motifs. Of the 116 steles corresponding to the examinations, only 82 remain and 34 are believed to have been lost over the years. The work of literature engraved on each stele is in ancient Chinese praise the merits of the monarch and cite the reason for holding royal exams. Also included on the stele were the number of candidates and the function of the mandarins whose task it was to organize the exam and engrave the name and birthplace of successful candidates. The stelae of Dr. Laureate were placed on giant stone turtles, which are a symbol of longevity. The placement of the Doctor's stele shows everlasting respect to talent. The shape of the total changed with the passing of time. The Doctor's stele are a valuable historical research for the study of culture, education, and sculpture in Vietnam.
Following to the fourth courtyard. In the fourth courtyard, on the right and the left sides of the ceremonial court, stand two halls. Halls originally used to house Arthur to the 72 most honored disciples of Confucius and Chu Van-an, rector of the Imperial Academy. The center of the house In the center is the house for ceremonies, Bái Đường, where ceremonies took place for auspicious occasions. The next building is the Đại Thành Sanctuary, where Confucius and his four closest disciples are worshipped. The fifth courtyard was reconstructed in 2000 on the former grounds of the Imperial Academy to honor the national traditions of culture and education of Vietnam. In 1076, King Lý Nhân Tông ordered the construction of the Imperial Academy and selected literate Mandarins as its students. In 1236, it was enlarged and named as Quốc Tử Viện, then Quốc Học Viện. Under the Lê dynasty, it was called Thái Học Viện and reconstructed. Under the Nguyễn monarch, the Khai Thanh Shrine was built to honor the parents of Confucius. However, the courtyard was completely destroyed by the French in 1946.
The reconstructed design of the fifth courtyard were based on the traditional architecture in harmony with the surrounding sites of the temple. With an area of 1,530 square meters out of the total of 6,150 square meters, the Thái Học courtyard consists of the front building, the rear building, left and right buildings, bell house, drum house, and other buildings. The front building is used for organizing ceremonies in memory of cultural scholars, scientific activities, and for cultural events. The rear building consists of 2 stories. The ground floor is used for displaying the statue of Chu Van-an, rector of the academy, to honor him and the exhibits of the temple and the academy, and on the Confucian education in Vietnam. The upper floor is dedicated to the 3 monarchs who contributed most to the foundation of the temple and the academy: Lý Thánh Tông, who founded the temple; Lý Nhân Tông, who founded the Imperial Academy; and Lê Thánh Tông, who ordered the erection of the stone stele of Doctor Laureates. In both sides of the rear buildings are square house for a drum and a bronze bell. The drum's diameter is about 2 meters wide and 2.6 meters high, with a weight of 700 kilograms. The bell was cast in 2000 with a height of 2.1 meters. Its diameter is nearly 1 meter wide. Though having gone through lots of restoration work, the temple still retains its very first original shape, to be one of the visit-worthy sightseeings of Hanoi, captivating to a huge number of tourists elsewhere. A space of peace, green trees, and solemnity covers the whole temple, a historical and traditional love for study, making tourists feel like they were lost in a land of confusion and traditional values. If you are in Hanoi, you should really come and explore it yourself.